It was kind of hard to tell who, if anyone, was behind me, because I just didn't really look up at the screen or look back until about 150 to go. I felt at that time I knew it was Willis when I heard the name on the announcement. So, but yeah, just wanted to get out control. I wanted a faster time today, but you know, when I'm out there doing the last 3 laps by myself, that's not, you know, ideal for me to run 3:49. But I gave it a go, and that was my best effort today.
So you really were thinking maybe American record?
Yeah, but you know, the main thing was definitely getting a win. But at the same time, I knew I wanted to not let it, you know, dawdle the last couple laps. So whatever the time I was running when the rabbit stepped off, it was an honest pace for me. But obviously, it wasn't all out at that time. It was just kind of ideally maintaining what I thought was the pace leading up to it, just kind of saving just a little bit at the back.
Any fears about going? It looked like, you know, quite hard. You opened up a gap on the field.
See, again, I didn't really look back. On the second lap, I felt the rabbit kind of get away from me a little bit, and that's when I kind of knew, like, okay, we're going pretty fast in the beginning, and I knew it was going to settle eventually. I just didn't know when, and yeah, I didn't look back at all the whole race, and so I didn't know if there was a gap there or what, but I knew we were moving.
So you didn't know who was in the mix? You didn't know Casey was there?
I heard Casey's name a few times, and then I heard Wills towards the end, but other than that, actually, I did hear them give Bernard's a half-mile split. I remember thinking to myself, okay, he's not so close to me, so I knew Bernard was a little far back, but I knew they're keeping an eye on his work.
So you don't actually like look at Willis or on the screen or on the track until like maybe the top of the stretch?
Not even. I didn't look at the whole time. Usually I just try gauging by if I feel them come up on me, but I'm just going off of my comfort where I'm feeling at the time.
Walk us through that last 200 meters. Willis is coming on your shoulder. The crowd's getting really into it. Kind of walk us through it and how to.
I didn't feel that great going the last 200, to be honest with you. I was, like I said, at that point I'd been leading the last quarter mile. So can't say I felt like a week ago in Boston when I hit that last lap. I thought I was going to rip something. Today, definitely didn't feel that way. But once Willis came up on me, like I said, in the backstretch, I knew if I let him by me at that point that it was game over. He was going to have the inside, and I'd have to go back around him. So I pretty much gave a hard effort right there. I'd probably say close to almost all out, just to fight him to the corner. And then I think at that point, the last 50, him and I were just both who could ever hold on at that point. I think me holding him off was that was the race right there.
Matthew, when you turn 40, what kind of mile time do you think you could be doing?
When I'm 40, I'll probably be bench pressing like 300 in the weight room, and I don't know if I'll even be running a mile at that point. But I mean, obviously, I think Bernard ran what today? 354. So I don't think I'll be running that fast, but I'd be happy to probably break 410 at that point.
What does it mean for you to walk away with the Wanamaker title?
It's a big deal. This is my second title out of 3 attempts, and the second one I lost to Lopez a couple years ago, and to this date that still holds a sour taste in my mouth because, you know, this is second home to me and competing in front of my family and friends. Millrose, I take a big deal. It's a big race for my indoor season, so to me it's kind of like the U.S. Championships for indoor. We definitely rest up for this, and so that's been in the back of my mind for the last couple of years, so I wanted to win this one bad.
So this idea that you had of, you know, you ran a 1200 and then you ran 1000, and you said you wanted to run the faster things so that this pace wouldn't feel so hard. Do you think that worked out pretty well?
I think it helped a lot in that last 200. Believe it or not, that first quarter mile didn't feel as easy as I thought it would after doing some thousands and 1200s.
Yeah.
But you know, hey, it is what it is, and I think I set myself up perfectly for this mile in terms of picking my races before this.
You said on Thursday that if you won, Bernard would get more publicity than you. Who do you think got the publicity?
I felt that right after the finish when I saw him crowding Bernard, and I was still like trying to figure out how fast I ran. But you know, obviously 3:54 as a 40-year-old that's a pretty big deal, and it's a world record, obviously. So I would say he got more of the press, but I don't see him right here. So
It looks like